Okay, this video is to help you with the midpoint formula homework. So in the video I had you watch, the midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then we have y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we just add our x's together, divide by 2, and then we add our y's together and divide by 2, because we're trying to find the middle of these 2 points. So just like I did on the distance formula homework, I'm going to label this as x1, y1, and this one is x2, y2, but it doesn't matter, you could switch them, but just make sure the 1s stay together and the 2s stay together. So for the midpoint, we're going to add our x's together, so we have 2 plus negative 3 divided by 2, and then we put a comma in between because this is going to be a point. So this is going to be our new x, and then we put our y. And remember, we always do x comma y. So that's why the x's go first and the y's go second. So then we add our y's together. So we have 5 plus 1 divided by 2. If we simplify this, 2 plus negative 3, that's just negative 1. So the x point, or the x coordinate of our midpoint is negative 1/2. And then here we get 6 divided by 2. But 6 divided by 2 is just 3. So let me write this a little better. So we'd have negative 1/2, and then the y is 3. So x is negative 1/2, y is 3. On the next one, this is our x1, y1. This is our x2, y2. So we add our x's together. We have negative 4 plus negative 8 divided by 2. And then we add our y's together. So we have 2 plus negative 3. And I'm just putting those negatives in parentheses because it looks a little weird to have plus minus. So if it's in parentheses, it looks better, but you don't have to put the parentheses if you don't want to. So 4 plus negative 8, or negative 4 plus negative 8 is negative 12 divided by 2. And then 2 plus negative 3, we just did that one. That one's negative 1/2. So if this is simplified, then this would be negative 6 and then negative 1/2. And that's the midpoint. Okay, I'm going to do one more. This one we have x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So we add our x's together. We have 7 plus 7 divided by 2. And then for the y's, we have 8 plus negative 4 divided by 2. So 7 plus 7, that's just 14 divided by 2. And then 8 plus negative 4, that's 4, because that's just like 8 minus 4 divided by 2. So our midpoint here is 7, 2. And that makes sense because if our x is, right here we have x is 7 and then our x is 7. So the midpoint should be at 7 because the x's don't change. So if you have the same number here, this is 7, this is 7, your x should also be 7. Okay, good luck on that.